Hello and welcome in, you Wednesday non-standard weekly fans. My name is Hoodie Two Shoes. We've got a race for you tonight with Artorias 308 on the top left. We've got Miplet on the top right, Just Chris on the bottom left, and the American Dweem on the bottom right. Artorias, as our defending champion, got to choose two new flags for this week. He chose Return Escapes. So if you're in a nasty red dragon battle, you cast the spell of Return, you will escape that battle. And the treasure guard flag is on, but he flipped the overworld search spot is unguarded flag to be on. So even though treasure guards are on, there will not be a treasure guard on any potential overworld search spot that has a key item. So keep that in mind, and that is in addition to our previous flags of random chest locations, stair shuffle, and the aforementioned treasure guards. So that's what we got going on. Outside of the standard stuff, we got the stair shuffle, the random chest locations, but XP and gold will be regular. So we will see these racers starting very soon with a starting strength of 18. There's a lot that's on the menu for them in the opening zones. They should have no trouble getting out unless absolutely everything is miserable. So here we are. We are in the castle, the throne room. We are going to see what our two chests are. We find out that we've got an herb and a silver harp. So a very useful key item to start off with. You can trade in that harp, and there's no treasure guards here in the throne room, so you get that one for free. So be very happy whenever you first find the harp trade-in cave, you can just trade it in. So that's one thing not need to worry about. Lots of chests in that throne room, or the treasury there. We got a scorpion. We see ghosts for Miplet and Just Chris. Ghost for Dweem too, so Artorias the only one with the scorpion, which has hurt, but a 16 XP scorpion will be very welcome. And Miplet gets a crit, gets a kill, is going to get level 3 here. So let's see what level 3 has for Miplet. 27 strength, 7 agility, 6 HP, 20 MP, and stop spell. So quite a bit of stats there for those two levels. And if he's able to take down this scorpion, which he very likely is, going to be level 4 right away. There it is, 36 XP, one more than needed. What's level 4 got for us? 2, 0, 1, 2. So not as impressive. 47 strength though is good. One-shotting scorpions potentially. Won't take very long for Miplet here. And Dweem also at level 3 now. Chris at 2, now 3. Artorias still at level 1, needs to get off the ground here. And with a magician, will oh, but hurt more. Wow, Artorias really getting bad luck out there. I'm not sure what happened with maybe just too many hurts for the scorpion for Artorias on that first fight. Not able to get to the level 2 situation. Meanwhile, we've got Miplet after this scorpion will be level 5. We'll have to see what that brings. We've got 6, 2, 2, 1, no spells. So nothing to heal with yet. HP still 31 max. Not loving it, but the 53 strength does put a lot of things in kill range. Seems like it's hard to do better than the scorpion right now. The scorpion does have heal, and maybe that's what Artorias ran into in that first encounter. Just Chris and Dweem very close on XP with 48 and 49 respectively, although I think they both just got a little bit extra. Artorias still kind of struggling with 7, and Miplet out ahead here, 92. Mostly they're looking for a healing spell and some HP, I think, as we've got a red dragon on Dweem's screen and is instantly dispatched. Miplet also heading a little bit away from start there. Finding some forest and not much else right now. Just Chris sees a poltergeist, so in a different zone now with the Drakema. This might be a better zone to be in. If you can get those higher XP enemies without taking too much damage, it's pretty good. So Just Chris will get to level 5 as well. right in there with Miplet in terms of XP now. And Artorias gets to level 3, and whatever came with it, I've only seen it in 2 levels so far, but is on par with the 20-something, or level 4 now for Artorias, yeah, so has 47 strength, HP still struggling, but can be killing the same things, just a little bit behind on the XP, gonna have to catch up a little bit. So just 5 came from 2 to 3, got it. So most of it was at level 2. That's at least a fortunate roll there. So just all the racers right now trying to get some more XP. Here's a Warlock, pretty great enemy if you can kill it. Might take a fair amount of damage, but I think 28 XP is worth it. And 165 is the target for level 6 right now, so Miplet is getting pretty close. Artorias has actually picked up an XP lead on Dweem now, but Dweem's fighting a Dracula, so there's the red dragon for just Chris. He's going to succumb to its wiles and be sent packing. This is level 6 for Miplet. Let's see if it comes with any HP or a healing spell. 21 strength, 2 agility, 10 HP, no MP, no spell. So that red slime is slapping hard. Slapping a scorpion for 32 right there. That's what you like to see. So that does put some more enemies on the table, but you're not able to heal. So you'd really like to find a town with some herbs. Like, if you could fight these wyverns, you'd be feeling real good, but you get to fight one and then you die. You need herbs or a healing spell. But that's a promising find right there. We'll have to see what this cave is. And it is Stone's Cave with nothing inside. Unfortunate. Yeah, and that's 24 damage with a punch, a fist, a slap, a karate chop. You know, whatever you imagine the unarmed strike to be, it was unarmed. And the werewolf gonna send Miplet home, gonna send Dweem home also, as we've got Artorias taking on the dreaded Poltergeist. Also has strong karate chop capabilities, but has decided to just stick it out here in the desert and keep karate chopping. You know, very understandable. No healing spell yet. Nobody's found a town as of yet, and so no herbs. So you got to do something. And 337 is not that far away, but does get hurt more by the Poltergeist, which is more evidence that they are indeed the worst. Warlock, a pretty good enemy to run into. With no healing, you're just pretty much going to have to take what you can get and die, is the way it's going to go. Miplet does have an herb. It was the starting herb. So it figures that now's the time to use it and immediately gets one shot by an armored knight for his trouble. Rip herb, goodbye. Valiant effort. Miplet is very close to level 7 here, though, and with a wolf, Artorias will be getting pretty close as well. Nice to get another wolf. And there it is. Oh, but the wolf has Dragon Lord breath, and Artorias is ambush killed by said breath. Here comes level 7. We've got a 2 power, 3 agility, 1 HP, 2 MP, not much to write home about, no spell. All we know is stop spell. With 25 agility, it's going to be difficult to escape from an armored knight. This is one of those situations where if I were Miplet, I would understand the game to be communicating with me that no. Not yet. No. But sometimes you can push past those and make it to good places. So you don't always have to listen, but sometimes you know, it's better just to accept that the game doesn't want you to go a certain way. Miplet learning about the wolf and its spicy breath. Just Chris making it to level 7 here as well. Going to be disappointed, but I mean 2, 3, 1, 2 is fine, but it's not impressive. It's not what you're hoping for. So what are you hoping for most here? Like a warlock? I mean, at this point they're hoping to find a town or a cave with a key or something, you know? I understand that that's what they're looking for, but in terms of available things to kill, I mean, the Wyvern is about as good as it gets, but you need reliable healing to take it on more than, you know, one time. Artorias going to see the nothing inside Stone's Cave? Oh, a heaping helping of nothing. There is a wizard that refuses to let 25 agility be enough. Will this wizard respect 25 agility? No, does not. Absolute disrespect. And despite Dweem being a little bit lower than the others, is still right in there. Hard to say that there's a clear leader right now. Artorias and Miplet and Chris all, you know, slightly ahead of Dweem, but in the grand scheme of things, nobody's really found anything. Nobody has an amazing grind right now. Seems like nobody has a very good idea of what the best thing to be doing right now is. And so we're still looking to see if someone can find, you know, the thing to crack the seed open. Is it going to be a zone? Like an enemy set that you can get XP off of to get levels? Is it going to be a cave with an item or a town that you can buy herbs in? You know, any number of things could be the thing that gets us out of here. And it's a red dragon for Artorias, which is, you know, kind of like opening the wrong door and having it be a pit of lava instead. Like on Let's Make a Deal, if you chose the wrong door, like an alligator jumped out and like swallowed you whole immediately or something like that, you know? But yeah, that's kind of the status right now. Chris has gotten out in front on XP here, fighting in that Drakima zone in the desert. Looks like it's the same area that Artorias has headed to. Metal Scorpion is a great enemy on Niplet's side. Just really hoping for a heal spell. HP at 42 is also not feeling incredibly high. The wolf with the full wombo combo. And Miplet recipient of the full wombo combo there. Dweem also in this same area with the warlocks and the Drakimas. There just doesn't seem to be anything better. And if you can avoid getting hurt more by the poltergeist, you can stay here. Or if you can one-shot the poltergeist, which Artorias does not, and it runs away. Running away is also pretty welcome, I would say. But yeah, looks like just Chris going to be the first one to level 8 here. And we can see what comes. 2 strength, 5 agility, 1 HP, 1 MP outside, and hurt more, which is very valuable. It's not a healing spell, which we are desperately in need of, but hurt more might be enough to make it through a tough enemy to stay alive, to make it to a town with herbs or something, or to get enough XP for a healing spell. So hurt more is a thing. 600 XP will help considerably in their search for sustainability. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a healing spell in a way. If you avoid taking damage, that's kind of like just as good as healing, right? Like here, you can kill a magic wyvern and you don't take any damage. That's great. That's almost that, you know, that's like healing. And here, if you can take less than 43 damage from this hit, and you can get your 15 out of 16 roll, which just Chris does, there's 172. So already quite good use. And if you go first here, this is also all very good uses. I'd say those were valuable Hurtmores. Nicely used, and likely to succumb to some horrible fate soon. You know, we'll see. So Miplet gets to 600. Artorias just got to 600. Artorias finally using that herb from the throne room. Artorias is not summarily dispatched by an armored knight right after using it, and gets a wraith knight, which he will be able to hurt more. Miplet, also a bearer of the Hurtmore spell, going to say, "Don't breathe on me, I will cast magic on you." Gets the 40. So yeah, getting to 600, and then it's a race to finding a useful town where you can heal and get XP, or maybe you find coal with the armor or something that allows you to walk around and heal. Like right now, the name of the game is sustainability. You need to find a place to get levels and stay alive. And that's going to really separate you right now. Looks like Chris just got maybe dispatched by Armored Knight, based on the chat comment. But very close to the next level already is Chris, and has a full set of MP here to use on any potential. Here's a great one. This will be a level. And that's 2 strength, 5 agility, 3 HP, 1 MP, and heal, both of them at the same time. A very important level. HP still low. Looks like 46 max is we're kind of slumming it on the HP, but that's okay because we have hurt more, heal, and heal more. So a number of things are now possible. Chief among them is walking across swamp tiles that were blocking progress in some direction. So may be able to find some pesky or hidden locations, as Artorias here is about to get those 2 spells as well, just caught up. Doesn't have MP to use, but will be thrilled. Well, he has a heal. He has 1 heal to his name, so very exciting. Dweem just getting hurt more recently. Will be catching up quickly to these ones as well. This race is still very close, especially because we've not seen really any important locations on the map. And we have no knowledge of whether there's going to be a mega dungeon either out on the overworld that could have a required item in it, or inside Charlock to get to the Dragon Lord. Miplet does make it into Grave, does not have Radiant, and is remembering to go check the alternate chests, I believe. Just Chris pokes in, pokes out, maybe going to wait for Radiant before heading down into the grave there. There's a cave on Artorias' screen. I wonder if this is also the grave. And Dweem gets dispatched by a red dragon, but very close to level 9. We'll have MP. We'll probably get it with enough MP to cast at least a heal more. And Demon Knight takes out Miplet. This is grave for Artorias. Artorias checking the main area first. Not many chests in the normal chest location here for grave. 0 chests, in fact, so we'll have to see if there's any alternate chests. And that's a metal slime. Plenty of attack or strength. This will run away potentially, but it may not. I don't believe any. Yeah, no, nobody has any equipment of any kind. Just a harp. We're all a bunch of musicians. All anybody has to their name is a harp. Red Dragon engraved sends Artorias home. Niplet back in grave, gets a metal slime instead of a red dragon. Artorias heads west. Dweem into grave. We'll see if he finds anything. Miplet does not get away from the red dragon. Dweem sees the red dragon. Does not have return. Is unable to get away. That's a Wraith on Miplet's screen. That's not a bad enemy to see. Miplet will get heal and heal more with this, and will be the last on stream to do so, but very useful, very valuable things. Here is another cave. Artorias finds the trade-in cave for the harp, has the harp, had it since the beginning, so can do this. Very nice. All of our runners will be able to do this right away, as the harp was in the throne room. You know, I'm not sure if return works in caves, or if I think it might only affect the battle. It may only take you out of a battle, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah. Works in caves. That's a good question. Is there any difference between the overworld or a cave? Artorias getting some Wraith Knights and Green Dragons in this desert here. Even against Dragon Lord 2, very nice. The Artorias and Just Chris very close on XP. But with this... Ooh, nope. Wraith Knight going to sleep and kill Artorias. No sleep spell, 35 agility, does get away from the Stone Man. Rogue Scorpion, always a friendly sight when you've got Hurt More. Just Chris will be getting level 10. We'll see what it comes with. Maybe HP. 2 strength, 1 agility, 3 HP, 2 MP, and hurt. So another lackluster level, especially in terms of HP, still being below 50, level 10. MP at 32 is also, especially when Hurt More is when nobody has any equipment. We haven't seen a town of any kind. So yeah, Hurt More being the main vehicle and only having access to 6 of them, and that's without healing of any kind. Yeah, that's a struggle. Wonder if this is a swamp cave that leads to all the towns, or there's likely to be a big chunk of the map that has a lot of towns in it, considering what we've seen. I don't have a great idea of the map, though. I always have a real hard time when I watch all these streams at once, figuring out where things are, what the shape of the map is like. I never concentrate on just one person long enough to figure it out, because I'm always moving around. And there is a death to Rogue Scorpion and Green Dragon. Diagonal, we got Dweem and Artorias heading home. Just Chris eating a healthy diet of Rogue Scorpions, though. Out to still a little bit of an XP lead, a couple hundred. Do you think Artorias is the only one who is able to locate the Silver Harp Staff of Rain exchange hut and has the Staff of Rain? But once everyone else finds it, they all have the harp. They'll be able to trade it in. Miplet got the token. Was that in grave there? Alright, so not many chests in the top of Grave, but one of them has the token, and there are red dragons dangerously lurking in the Grave of Garen. And a Demon Knight on the chest. So not a free, a 1/4 miss chance on those attacks on a Demon Knight. It's almost simultaneous Armored Knight deaths. Yeah, the overworld is not kind. The HP and agility are low. The MP is low. It's looking tough. We do have level up refill on, but things have been looking pretty dangerous, so people have been dying. Like, Artorias is very close. I think he was trying to get that green dragon for a level up down there, and then the refill, but was summarily dispatched. Just Chris heading back into the grave, gonna hope to not encounter one of those pesky red dragons. Getting metal slimes instead. So the chest finds the Demon Knight, and this is the token. If you can get the kill here, I would run away. Yes. Alright, we'll see. Might get a bunch of misses here, but this is the up token. Hit one, success, just gotta hit here. You could go for the heal, I suppose. I think you're better off just swinging. I'm not sure that it's gonna hit you low. I mean, there you go. But you got the kill. Congratulations. That is a token. Very nice. So we'll just need to find the Stones of Sunlight and both Erdrick's pieces, but those could be in any number of places. We have found 0 towns. The only locations we've found have been the Grave and the Stone's Cave, and the Stone's Cave was entirely empty. So there's a lot out there. Artorias has found the Staff of Rain trade-in cave as well. A lot of dying going on here. That's expected with the low, first no healing, and then now the low HP and MP. Return on 11, so that is 8 MP to get out of a battle, but unless 11 also came, well, 41 MP. Still not that much, but you can cast Return in a pinch, I suppose. So it really is a matter of not running into all the terrible stuff on the map right now. And is this going to be the... It is. Chris also finding the harp trade-in. We'll trade in the harp. It's real hard to stay alive on this map, so I think that the best thing that you could do would be to find a place where you can heal and get repeatable good battles. But it looks like you're going to have to explore to do that at this point, because it's not out there, and Artorias tries to get the werewolf and just is denied. So that's unfortunate. Dweem catching up a little bit on XP, now in second place, only a couple hundred behind Just Chris, and Miplet and Artorias both in the 1800s right now. Still haven't seen a big increase in the HP and MP, or the agility. What kind of town do you think we're going to find first here? Do you think it's going to be, I mean, I know that Hawksness will be the stock, like, oh, it'll be Hawks or Breck. You're more than welcome to choose one of those. But what town do you... Oh, here it is. You have very little time. It's cool. It's cool. We've got a small shield, a bamboo pole, a hand axe, a broadsword, magic armor, and I missed it. Well, Just Chris picking up a broadsword. I might have tried to go for defense over the sword having access to hurt more, but with the low MP it makes sense. You want to be able to get more XP. But the defense being 19, you're really desperate. Something good is here though. It's either the stones or it's an Erdrick's item. Would not have been an encounter if it was the death necklace or the flute. And it's Erdrick's armor, so very nice. Just, knew we didn't need to buy the armor. Picked up the broadsword and had the armor on the spot, no problem. Yeah, I would have been prioritizing armor pretty heavily in that shop, but, I can see the appeal of the broadsword. 20 extra attack power. Maybe you just don't ever get hit, You just hit first. And we're going to see level 12 here. Level 12 coming through with 1 strength, 9 agility, 1 HP, 25 MP. That's good. Sleep repel, both very good. Have access to your kit. I don't know if we have access to Radiant yet, though, which will be relevant. We do not. Radiant very good in this flag set, so notable that it's not coming yet. Especially if there's important stuff, as Artorias is taken out by a pesky red dragon. Picking up an herb there is Chris in the top of Swamp, finding another cave. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. So we've got Chris fighting another green dragon. Still out ahead on XP. Dweem pretty close, almost at level 12 himself. And Artorias and Miplet a little bit behind there. I think that Just Chris the only one... Nope, Dweem made it into coal as well and is in the swamp cave. So Dweem kind of exploration a little bit behind, but finds that there's an armored knight spike here in the swamp cave. And this being very close to coal, you could stay here for a little bit, maybe try to get your HP up before really moving around the world. Might not be a bad idea. Looks like Chris is also in on the Armored Knight. So finding coal and getting the armor, going to be real important here. So very nice for Just Chris and Dweem, who were already a little bit ahead on XP as it was. This is only going to extend that XP lead, their access to the defense and this grind here, which is close enough to heal to coal. So kind of on a timer here for Artorias and Miplet to find the armor and maybe start doing some of this, or maybe if you play the gambit and you make it into a cave and find the important missing stones, that could be a big play. But as it stands, we haven't seen Cantlin or Hawksness, and the stones could be associated with either of those. But yeah, there are a number of potential chests in cave locations as well. Just Chris taking a death to the Armored Knight there. Looks like Dweem is through to the Red Dragon on the other side. Uses return, says no thank you. Ha! How about another 8 MP, the game says, and Dweem will happily pay. Maybe not happily, but definitely paying the toll. This is 24 now. This is an extortion of up to 32 extorted from our friend Dweem. Absolute murder. Getting away with murder. This looks like this is the same zone that's on the top floor of the grave. This metal slime sticking around as Miplet finds an Axe Knight, but it is on a plain tile. It'd be nice if there was an Axe Knight with something. If you could find a 1 in 8 zone with this Axe Knight and something else, that would be a good place to be as well. Especially if it was nearby healing, but I think that was the grave there for Miplet, so... Not sure. Oh, Miplet has the armor. Found his way to Cole. But right now, Artorias the only one without knowledge of Cole. And Miplet has a shield, so only one with any purchased defense. 4 extra, not helping against the Green Dragon. Still taken down to 0 HP and sent packing. Like just Chris doing a little heal walking before trying to get another Armored Knight. So we still have Garenhem out there. Breckenary is still out there. Hawksness is still out there. Rimmeldar still out there, as is Cantlin. Don't believe there have been any keys found. So Rim looking pretty important, unless there's going to be a key on the first floor of Tablet or Mountain Cave. Otherwise, someone's going to have to dive, potentially without Radiant, into a cave system with Stair Shuffle to look for a loose key. Rim's the only other way. So here we go for level 13, 1114. Not what you were looking for to have a huge difference. MP is looking better, but HP 57 at level 13 is not strong. Miplet is going to be very close to the level. Maybe this is exactly the level. It is. Slam dunks the level, does Miplet. Artorias back in, very likely to get the Demon Knight encounter here, and we'll find the token, which is good, but hopefully able to locate Cole as well in the near future to get that armor and potentially purchase, a small shield and a hand axe. Artorias does pick up the token, uses it outside, gets the heck out of dodge. Well, after that initial burst of excitement from seeing Cole in the Swamp Cave, we have not seen much else. Not yet. Just Chris deciding to go do some exploration instead of sticking around on the Armored Knight. Understandable. I'm gonna be getting a little stir crazy, but here is the Red Dragon that may be the reason that sticking on that spike might just be the thing to do until you get enough HP to fight the Red Dragon. Dweem also finding out about the slight disappointment in level 13. Does get a refill though. Level Level refill is nice. Here's Brecconary for Miplet. Will maybe have a large shield, which would be relevant. It does, and a silver, but can afford a large. That's a 6 defense upgrade. You take that. But other than that, in the 6 gold in Brecconary is of very little value unless you need fairy water or you're looking for herbs kind of urgently. The ambush on the green dragon for Artorias proves difficult with their low HP. Dweem taking on a wizard. Likely to succeed. So outside of Cole, we now have seen Brecconary, but none of the other useful things. Miplet, Dispatch Fire. These red dragons are in a lot of zones. They are in a lot of zones. It's gonna be tough to dodge them, especially with the agility still being somewhat low. 48 is it's not terrible. 52, 49, but you know, you would much rather be in the 70s or 80s. Even the high 60s. Well, there are potentials for chests in Brecconary, I suppose. There is a chest, in fact. But nobody has a key to use, so... Artorias finally making it to Cole. We'll find out about the armor here. I'm likely to pick up the hand axe small shield and we'll also get the armor. Oh, it does not pick up a small shield, just gets the hand axe. We'll see if Artorias, when he finds out about the Armored Knight, decides to stick there for a while or not. Now that was Garenhem that just Chris... Oh no, there's Rim. Are there just 3 towns right there? Was one town right on top of the other? I'm not sure what was going on there. But there is the first player to keys, is just Chris, and Miplet very close behind. On the way into those keys. Artorias into the Swamp Cave. We'll see if Artorias decides to check the spike, and if so, decides to grind. Oh no, they're not on top of each other. They're directly next to each other. Unbelievable. Amazing. Alright, Garenhem. I didn't see if there was an outside chest, but nothing behind. We'll have to see. This is maybe Tablet or Mountain. Could be the Rainbow Drop trade as well. It's Mountain. No Radiant. Still no Radiant. Just Chris electing not to check for at least a couple of chests. Jerk Cave outside Swamp Great. I think Tablet, unless you've seen it, I have not seen Tablet, so that might be the only outstanding cave. We have Hawk's Nest out there and Cantlin undiscovered. Dweem also into Rim here, so Artorias a little bit behind on exploration at the moment. Also behind on XP. And here's okay, 4 towns all on the same screen. And this red dragon may be the end here of just Chris before he gets a chance. Oh, return. Never mind. Return too strong. Return too strong. Artorias not returning to get away from the red dragon. Not sure if he got ambushed there or what. But yeah, these will be Cantlin and Hawks, so... Dweem gets the stones. Imagine Chris probably did that already, and I just wasn't paying attention. And Chris is indeed checking the shops, maybe looking for silver shield knowledge, I'm not sure. Artorias will be thrilled to come find Townsville, but it doesn't look like, because, I mean, the only thing missing right now is the sword, and the sword, I think, it is the most replaceable item if you're really dedicated to not finding something. So, in terms of getting a comeback, it needs to be a really confusing mega dungeon, either for the sword that is going to be required to not grind to level 22 or something, or in Charlock to get to the Dragon Lord. Things are kind of progressing pretty smoothly here without anyone having to go into any secondary cave floor. Getting real trolled by that NPC is Chris. Does finally move out of the way. And 39 south, 4 west are our chords. That could be the sword, but I also think it could be Death Necklace or Flute. And we'll see with Hawksness, we'll get a pretty good answer. If it's nothing or, you know, it could be the item we're looking for. Also could be one of the Flute or Death Necklace. It's a red dragon. Oh, you just got a crit. All you gotta do is crit. That's it. I don't think... Well, I mean, you could do... Sure. I think you had it after the crit, though. You got it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Especially because it's the sword. So that's a huge crit there for Chris. We'll be able to grind with that, potentially. I mean, maybe you're using her more anyway, but... access to the sword well before you're able to kill that red dragon feasibly. A very timely crit. Very helpful, I would say. Also means that literally there's no reason to go into any cave for any reason, which is really disappointing. Kind of just like the babiest of stair shuffle seeds. And we just have to hope that there were no second levels. It was all dead ends on the overworld, and it's just a massive mega dungeon in Charlock. That's our only hope. Otherwise, this one is looking pretty much solved right now. Just a matter of XP and going back to the jerk. Yeah, Dweem realizing that the 1 in 32 is difficult to manufacture. Just kind of, it just has to happen, you know? You can't make it happen. Yeah, so the real hope here is that the overworld dungeons were nothing. They were all one-way dead ends, and that all of the multi-stair floors are in Charlock. That is the dream. We could still have the fun. It's not over, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. So it's confirmed that whatever's on the chords is Death Necklace or Flute. We know that much for sure. Looks like Artorias going to grind, still has not found... no, that's Mountain Cave. Artorias heading into the cave, which we know will have nothing. At most, it could have the Death Necklace or Flute. Only one of them. So we know that this is an unfortunate play. Yes, that is the dream, RG. All 3 of the top floors lead to multi-stair rooms and none of them connect. That is the dream. Yeah, and it's not a, you know, Chaos Dragonlord or anything. This is your standard Flags Dragonlord with 150 to 165 HP and no spells or abilities besides the Dragonlord Breath. HP really looking like the limiting factor on this seed. Dweem going for the kill here. 61 max HP. Maybe just gonna try to crit farm here and then cast Return to get out. I mean, that could be a strategy, and you just heal and come back until you crit. Like, the thing is, these kinds of mechanics, the things like level up refill or, you know, herbs, it's not on, but herbs restoring MP or returning from, like, there's just so many strats that you don't think of that, like, may be viable, and it might be kind of ridiculous to think about crit farming, but at the same time, it's a feasible strategy. Artorias doing a gold grind here, maybe gonna get a silver shield. Maybe a flame sword and just not look for the sword. Artorias might just buy a flame sword and try to win with without Erdrick's sword. If he goes for, you know, 25k, I think that's the play he's going for. And Chris is, meanwhile, just grinding. Has the sword, has everything, in a very strong position here. Just needs to go into Sharlock and find the exit to the basement, essentially, after. I mean, needs to grind and trade in, but in a strong position. And with only 50, or, you know, just under 15,000, seems like Artorias is not thinking about the Flame Sword play. Likely intends to find Erdrick's sword. Gonna check the stairwell, which we know is a mistake, but oh, he's gonna continue along. Oh, but he backdoors into the towns. Oh, my guy, Artorias. Did he know about this? Did he know about this? Is this how he did this? I might be... Or was this a happy little accident? Because if this was a happy little accident, Artorias really saved himself here, because he's gonna, you know, at least see that there's Hawksness, and probably not get the crit, but I mean, the sword is there, and that's the end of what Artorias needs, is the sword. Dweem's still just trying to manufacture a dream here. So Miplet and Artorias very close on EXP right now. Dweem and Chris are somewhat close, but Chris has been getting the lead. Doing some heel walking here. I think that you're near enough something, right? Oh, not doing heel walking, looking for an encounter. Gets it to get to level 15. Let's see what it's got. 1, 7, 16, 11. 16 will not be enough HP, but it puts you pretty close. So you've got 10 heal mores at 136. By the time you've got enough HP, I think it's probably going to be beyond clear to go. So, really just a matter of time here for Chris. Although the stair shuffle does change things. You might want to get close to a level, or even like halfway to a level, and then go into Sharlock just in case it's super long, so that you can get the level on the way maybe, and then get your resources back. Like with the level up refill, you got to think kind of tactically. It changes the way that you might approach a go level. Welcome in, man. Thanks for the raid. There's Dweem picking up the token. Very nice. And that crit for just Chris proving to be very consequential because it's going to be real tough to get the HP that you need to fight this red dragon. So you need a very fortunate encounter. Let's see if Artorias even tries. He gets the crit. Okay, 95, instant kill. Artorias, easy. The game is easy. 1 in 32 times, 1 out of every 32 times it happens every time. 1 out of every 32 times it happens every time. He did pick it up, right? I'm pretty sure he did. And then he walked off and went back on. So Artorias has the silver shield now and the sword. Is, 3k behind on XP. And that's the real big deal here. Miplet looking like will be the first one to officially pick up the rainbow drop. Has that. Artorias heading to the swamp cave and will be doing the grind, but is 3k behind just Chris on XP for now. Nope, Artorias going for the drop and then likely to come back and grind. With this much attack power, I would strongly be considering the swing hurt more strategy on the old armored knight. But, the low HP might make you reconsider, because you might still roll low. So I can see the low HP being the reason to not do it. But the attack power is quite high. And nobody's run into one of those metal slimes since they've had 134 or above attack power yet. Return has been used, so the flag being on has affected the outcome of this seed for sure, as a number of runners have used return to escape from red dragons. That is a consideration you could make also. Like the combination of level up refill and return escapes from battle could make Sharlock diving, even in a standard situation, if everything is standard except for those two flags, you want to level up at the bottom of Sharlock, because you could just use return on every armored knight and red dragon that you see on the dive down, and then you can get your level to get all your resources back. Or if you have, the magic herbs thing on, where the herbs give you MP. Like, these are all things that are untested and unstrategized. The metas have not been formed, but there are lots of possibilities to consider when you get refilled in ways that you're unfamiliar with. Or like, the Sharlock Inn as well. Like, being able to heal on the bottom of Sharlock would change things considerably in the way that you could approach the game. But for now, I am very curious. I mean, with our luck, it's going to be a one-shot into directly the basement, and we're going to be sad. But there is still hope that the dungeon is long and difficult, and we get all of the multi-floor Sharlocks and the Grave 2, it's still possible that Sharlock has a gift for us. Dweem grinding out some armored knights as well, but Dweem was unable to get, as far as I know, that crit required to kill the red dragon, so it's going to need more HP and then have to go back to Hawksness to fight the red dragon for the sword. So is a little bit behind Artorias in that respect, and I don't think that the XP lead that Dweem has is enough to completely offset having to go do that. Just Chris very close to level 16. HP is the real thing that you need here. You want 16. You want 16 HP at least. You might go on 15 or a little bit less, but you want 16. I don't think the MP is high enough to consider going on less at this point, so I think that 16 is really what you're looking for. Right, you got one more hurt more, but if you can get your HP up and then do a swing hurt more, I think you got this. You have a fairy water, now's the time to use it. Artorias picking up herbs, probably realizes that those will be helpful for extending the armored knight grind. Unless there's a miss here, we'll get the kill and the level for Chris. Origin Wit, 0, 12, 4, 14, Radiant. We are going to need some more HP. You got the refill. I think you want to get right back in there, yeah. Realizes it doesn't need to do any heal walking. You got the full refill, so just get right back in there. With this much HP, I would 1,000,000% be approaching the swing hurt more strategy here to try to maximize, you know, not needing to go and heal before you get a refill at the next level in case you need to keep grinding. So I think instead of doing the heal walking, the swing hurt more would be the approach to try to, you know, extend your stay here as long as possible. And doing the swing hurt more, the reason why, you know, you see people do that is because maybe you crit. So instead of doing hurt more swing, you do swing hurt more, just on the off chance that you do a crit. You might get the one-shot kill. So we see Artorias going with the swing into the hurt more. Misses the 1 in 16, however. Gonna go with the heal more. Gonna go with the heal more. Miplet up against the red dragon. Gonna go for the, you know, we know it's the sword. I'm not sure if he knows 100% yet, but we'll find out if he's able to get the kill that it is the sword. Dweem looks like he's heading back to try to go get that sword. But the one fear, the only fear I have for Chris in this, outside of, you know, just a horrific Sharlock dive where the mega dungeon is brutal and you have a tough time. Chris looks to have a pretty good lead right now. I feel like if it takes a long time to get the HP to a reasonable level, the heal walking could be the difference. I don't think it will be at this point, but that's the only thing I can think of outside of, like, you know, some kind of just horrific Sharlock experience. I think that since you only need like 1100 XP right now, and you get the refill at the level up. I really think that the heal walking kind of detracts from the efficiency of the spike grind. But with the lead as big as it is, I think that just Chris is going to be just fine here. Dweem looking got the kill, about to get the sword. Did or maybe that's just a got the sword already, just wants to stick. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say, at a certain point, it makes sense to go to the red dragon instead of being on the armored knight. It's just way better. Dweem making a great choice, gonna catch up pretty quickly here. Having this much attack power as well, it really helps when you can do that much damage potentially to the red dragon. You can, somewhat reliably 3-shot. Especially with the 80 HP and the silver shield. I wonder if Artorias will... I mean, his moving kind of stinks, though. You don't really want to... You can get caught in the place of trying to find the most optimum grind, but spending so much time wandering around from place to place that you end up with the worst of all cases. So if you're in a place, it makes sense to stay there. But now that Dweem gets this level and has this HP and is here, Dweem's in great shape. If this is going to like 18 or 19, this is really going to favor Dweem. Yeah, not having the HP is relevant in this fight. The defense won't help you as much. The agility maybe will help running in the dungeon, but the level up refill kind of, like I said, I think that you want to strategically place yourself like halfway to a level, or think about getting a level on the way down. Just if we don't have any knowledge to know really if it's going to be long or short. If you knew it was going to be long, it makes more sense to save potential for the level up refill, but if you have no knowledge, it could be free to get to the Dragon Lord, so it's hard to know. Here we go, level 17. 3, 0, 22, 8, it's time to go. 17 is enough. So it looks like Chris will be heading out and going into Charlock. It'll take Artorias a little bit here to get up to level 17 on those armored knights, and gets ambushed. It's gonna die. Artorias may head here, now that he's dead, over to Hoxus. We'll have to see. I think it would be pretty good, but, might not know how long. It might think it only needs to get to 16, and right there. Yeah, maybe just go straight back to the armored knight. He might even think about going into Charlock and trying to get the level and hoping that it's enough. I wouldn't be surprised by that play at all. I think that play makes a lot of sense, like I said, because it might be a long, difficult journey, and you might be able to fight a bunch of good enemies. Having to go to 17 makes it a little worse, but, maybe there's a good spike or something down by the Dragon Lord, and you can get the level and then kill him. So I think that this play of going in early makes a lot of sense in this flag set. I definitely approve of going in early like this, which is what I think is happening, but it might not be what's happening. I could be wrong. Definitely, like Chris being in Charlock. I don't like being in tablet on the bottom floor. Like, there's no stairs in here. The fighter's ring is nice and all, but so Artorias heads right. Looks like this is a Sharlock floor. Artorias not using Radiant, which is surprising to me. Because you're very close to a level. You're going to get the MP back anyway. And okay, right connects directly to left. So looks like it is going to be in. It might not be very far away at all. Artorias is going to see that this is tablet 2 and then go straight back into where he was. I'm going to be disappointed that 16 is not enough, though. So there are several other stairwells to check in this area. I'm surprised nobody's using... Well, I mean, it makes more sense that Chris isn't using Radiant. Oh, Artorias didn't have Radiant, so there it was. That makes sense. I think especially with the, possibility to get a level and get your HP back, or your MP back, it might not be terrible just to fight things or make sure, like, if you get in a certain situation where you need to heal, just heal and fight things, and then if you find the path, you can outside at worst heal and then come back in. But you might be able to just fight for a level too, depending on how things go. Artorias is definitely going to have to fight stuff in here to get the next level. It will be enough, but it will take a longer time to move around fighting all the things. So this might not be a very in-depth Sharlock, as Dweem is also in here, going to check out and find Tablet 2 as well, but then going to go right back in. Dweem has level 17, though, won't need to fight stuff like Artorias is needing to do, so... And this is the long Grave 2 section. Go check for the chest. It might be a fighter's ring. It is not. Likely could be repelling that, but if you use any MP for Chris, you're gonna be down on your maximum heal mores. Might not be a bad idea, though. It's tough to know. I think they're in pretty good shape with resources, but, you don't know how long the dungeon's going to be. And we've got Grave 2. Looks like this is the middle. Nope, that's the... We're in Sharlock. There is a... Oh, there's the fighter's ring. Looks like we do have a Sharlock Mega Dungeon, because that was Grave 2, and this is like, what, Sharlock 4 or something? I don't know exactly what number it is, but it's the multi-floor Sharlock level. I'm surprised that Dweem is the only one using Radiant, especially for Artorias, who's definitely going to get another level. Looks like that's the Hourglass room. Yeah, the Sleep Hurt More Stone Man is no joke. And if you get the red dragon down here, are you gonna cast return or are you just gonna try to run? Gleam does get away. It'll be interesting seeing the resource situation if any of them get pressed on HP and if they decide to try to run away or maintain their resources. Artorias is almost at level 17 here and is also in Charlock. So showing us that, you know, the get XP in Charlock, I mean, it is a longer Charlock than usual, but, you know, getting the end of one and then another full level and then being ready to go with the heal stuff is potentially a reasonable strat. I was saying that there might still be the chance for a lot of multi-stair floors here in Charlock, and it looks like we are getting that. But yeah, at a certain point, like, I mean, I might be wrong, but the way that I think about it is that you kind of want to go into Charlock, depending on, you know, if it's a regular Charlock, then you know the link. But if it's one of these, you know, depending on your knowledge level, like maybe just intending to get a level in order to guarantee a refill, like at the bottom. Like setting yourself up to be in a position to do that just feels really strong. Like instead of playing the game to like conserve your resources, you can play the game to like tactically refill at the right moment. And that just feels really strong to me. Because like at this point, Artorias is going to have the same amount of XP as the other two, but a brand new refill. And, you know, that just seems really good. I am still shocked that Artorias didn't sneak in a Radiant cast before getting MP back, but maybe just wants to make a statement that he doesn't need the Radiant. I don't know, I love Radiant in this flag set. Like, I will sometimes burn a heal more to use Radiant. It feels real good. As of yet, no one has made it to the basement, so right now, with 3 runners on level 17, it's really anybody's race to make it to the Dragon Lord and take this home. Like at 139 attack power, your chances of winning are very strong with 13 heal, with 12, with that. Like I think you could have 10 heal mores, feel pretty great. Maybe not feel great, but you know, I think you're doing pretty well. If you go in with like 11 or 12, I don't think you need the full 13. It looks like Artorias is going backwards from where Chris just was, but I might be wrong. We are stair shuffling, my friends. We have 4 runners in a mega dungeon in Charlock. None of them using Radiant. Yeah, I haven't been paying enough attention to all of the stairwells they've all been going in. So you used Repel, that's good. Now just use Radiant. Alright, we're back in Grave 2. Have we seen the middle of Grave 2 yet? I'm not sure. Oh, there's Mountain 2. Oh, Dweem's there. Dweem's on the way. Dweem in great position here to take this down. The Stone Men, however, do have Sleep and Hurt more, if we remember correctly. So Dweem going to sacrifice... Oh, and the 1 and 8, no effect. You gotta do the stop spell here, maybe? Sleep 1 and 8. That's the 1 and 64 double sleep miss. Gonna ensure it with the return. That's rough, as Artorias has also found the bottom floor and is rapidly approaching. Stop spell may be the better choice here, considering the frequency of the 2 spells. Yeah. But Dweem's still in a position to take this down. And get in there with 10 heal mores. Artorias trying to run from the red dragon, having trouble. We'll see if he's willing to sacrifice a return for it in a dire situation. If you're going to cast a heal more, you might as well cast return, right? No, we're going to cast... Oh, you get the healing, though, you know? Like... Tough. You hate to see it. Dweem going to go in with 9 heal mores, but... has good attack power, may get some doubles with the HP, we'll see. Maybe a double? No. HP is 99, I'm wrong. There will be no doubles. So I'm not sure if there was anything before that 18, but we're in there with 18. Well, that's 29. It's 44. Just Chris makes it to the basement. 55. Oh, well, that's going to be 74. $90. $110. Is that 130? I was trying to pay attention to Artorias too, but I ended up paying attention to neither. GG to Dweem. Get your GGs out in chat. And congrats on beating the Dragon Lord there. He will be your first place finisher in this extravaganza. So the honor will be Dweem's to change or like add or remove up to 2 flags for next week. Just Chris getting an red dragon encounter right before the Dragon Lord. You hate to see it. Has more MP than both Dweem and Artorias did at this point, though, so should be just fine. Alright, Artorias getting down to the last couple of heal mores here. Artorias might get a double out of this. Didn't need it, but could have had it. GG to Artorias, going to finish in second place here, taking down the Dragon Lord. Came back from a pretty decent XP deficit there. Showed the power of the level up refill and getting the XP on the fly. Just Chris looking to be in pretty good shape with an extra heal more over, maybe even 2 heal mores over Artorias, and I think 3 over Dweem. Yeah, just Chris played very well the whole seed. Just I think a little bit on the grind. You know, the heal walking I think maybe cost a little bit of time, and the red dragons for Dweem were great. Welcome on in, Artorias. Welcome in, Dweem. Congrats on the first place finish.
Sometimes you gotta risk it, man. That 47 swing was crucial.
Yeah, that was pretty great. And deciding to stick on those red dragons at the end after you got the sword really helped catch you up with the XP as well.
Yeah, I figured, once I was able to start putting some damage on those things and I was able to withstand, at least a hit, it was worth it not to necessarily hoof it and go back. So I just kind of started plowing them down.
And GG to Just Chris finishing in third place. Just Chris was having a great race, but you guys caught up a little bit there in Charlock. For most of the race, Chris was out in front on XP, and Dweem was a little bit behind, and then Artorias and Miplet were a little bit further behind, but Artorias made a decision to kind of go into Charlock early and grind in there, and that seemed to be a very big time saver, as we welcome in Artorias as well.
Hey, hello, GG there, Dweem. And you would think that the person that turned on Return Escapes would remember that Return Escapes was on.
Yeah, I saw you, I think, trying to run from a red dragon one time, and I was wondering what was going on there.
Yeah, definitely did not remember that until way too late, and the death count definitely, shows that. Welcome in, Just Chris. Congrats on the third place finish. You were playing very well, just got a little bit snuck up on by the other racers in that Charlock there.
Oh, I was expecting it the whole time. I didn't think I played too terribly well. I think I took every single possible stairway in Charlock before finding the last floor.
For most of the seed, you were doing real well. You had everyone was struggling to find something to get you to healing, or even once you had healing, kind of an overall struggle for this flag set at least. But you were ahead on XP for a significant portion of the seed, and kind of the first to find a lot of the locations. So you were doing pretty great.
Looked into the sword with that red dragon crit.
Oh, so I wasn't the only one that crit the red dragon? Darn.
I sat and returned on that red dragon probably at least a couple of dozen times trying to get a crit. And so I finally decided to go level up after I wasn't going to get the crit.
They got their revenge. One held me right in front of the dragon. Burned 2 heal mores.
But yeah, those crits were pretty consequential for you both. And it just ended up that by the time that Dweem had enough HP to go back and fight the red dragon, he just naturally decided to stay there. You had enough attack power, and yeah, it was a great grind. That was the best grind available, but you had to have the HP, so the Armored Knight was somewhat essential as well.
Yeah, I just never could find a good grind anywhere until Charlock at the very end there. Just nothing felt good at all.
It felt
and
good.
I'm not sure, did any of you go to the coordinates? It's just the other flag that was turned on was the unguarded overworld spot, and it might not have even come into play at all.
Coordinates had to be Death Necklace. It was the only thing we didn't have. So...
Once I got the sword,
So happy to
don't
not
need
get
get
lost in any of the caves on the overworld. Then I found all the caves in Charlotte.
Yeah, I appreciated the castle to Garenham connection via Tablet and Mountain. That was pretty easy to get back to everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask, was that did you learn about those towns by going through the dungeon, or was that kind of a happy accident in reverse where you found out that you could get back to Tangential that way?
For me, I knew it was in reverse. I found the towns first, bumped into Mountain, saw that it was a tablet. I'm like, oh, hey, that gets me to the castle. But I wanted to check the other stairs of Mountain before going back there. And happy I did, because then I got a gold grind for that silver shield, which I feel really helped out.
Yeah, you were the only racer on stream to get that silver shield for the extra defense, and with all the stuff you were fighting in Charlock, I think it really helped with the defense breaking and whatnot. I wanted to ask you, though, especially you, Artorias, knowing that you were going to be getting a refill in the dark caverns of Charlock, were you flexing by not using Radiant, or did you just not think about it?
I guess flexing, I didn't feel like it was needed. Each place I kind of knew where it was. That's one thing these Wednesday non-standards have been teaching me. The quick, being able to locate where you are in each stair. So, I guess, yes, it was a flex, but not intentional.
Yeah, there's a point where all four of you on stream were in Charlock and nobody had Radiant up, and I mean, it's fun, but I was like, man, I'll waste a heal or I'll Radiant. I love it. It feels great.
These maps one of these days. All right, GG's everybody. I'm heading out.
GG, just Chris. Well played. Especially if you watch this back, I bet you'll see you were doing very well. So if there's anything to take away from this, it's not disappointing. I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want, but I think that if you watch this one back, you'll see that you were in a very good position, and that's something that is important. And if you continue to do that, will lead to great results.
GG, Chris. And special shout out to Jouet for throwing these flags in. We really do appreciate it, sir.
Miplet struggling to run from this red dragon. Does get it, though. So I never actually saw which staircase was the one that took you to the basement. Where was it?
Oh gosh. So I don't think, well, Miplet might be heading back the correct way. I don't know, but all I remember, it was the top left stairs in where Miplet's heading right now. And then after going through the U floor, it was bottom right of the multi-stair grave floor. And then I think maybe one more stair and you were there after that.
That sounds right.
Miplet living on the edge. Just goes for the return. I love it. You're going to use the heal more there anyway. Just get out of there. Easy. Oh, this is the middle, right?
Yeah, correct. And then it's bottom right. I think it's one of the stair floors on the way to Judge's table, and then you're in the basement.
And I think that, I don't know, I think a lot of you went in, the first place you went was the top right into Grave 2. Is that the first? Do you remember if that was the first time you were in Grave 2 was on the top right staircase?
For me, the first time was the center. I went the same way Miplet's going. I went left and down.
Got it.
So a question out there: do wings serve the same function also as return? Like if you're going against a red dragon, or is it strictly just a return spell? I was just curious.
Strictly return.
And this must be it right here. There it is. Miplet on the basement floor, ready to go take on the Dragon Lord. Well, yeah, I got a two-parter here. The first part is for Artorias as the previous week's winner, and the next is for Dweem. You probably talked a little bit about it already, but if you wanted to opine on some of the reasons for the choices of Return Escapes and Unguarded Overworld Spot, and then Dweem, it'll be if you have any thoughts about potential options or what you may be considering for your choices.
Yeah, so Return Escapes, I guess I didn't want to change it too much, but to give us a little bit of ways to explore and or get through Sharlock as well, as we see Miplet using that to its full benefit. And then the Unguarded Overworld Spot, part of it was just because not a fan of stumbling across it. And then secondly, last week I got DL2 breath by the Rogue Scorpion twice, I think, on this spike, or on the overworld, so I'm like, we're just going to turn those off and go from there. But nice crit for Miplet there.
Yep, looks like he's going to get there with 10 heal mores, which is how many you had as well. I think that Dweem went in with 9.
Yeah, that kind of stunk having to burn that heal more right there after the right in the Dragon Lord fight, because that Stone Man was being stubborn, didn't want to go to sleep.
So yeah, Dweem, I know it's right away and you haven't had any time to think about it, but if there's any brainstorming or, just any of your initial, formative thoughts, you don't have to make any kind of choices or anything.
It could be fun to do Disguised Dragon Lord, but, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to have to kind of look through all these over just to see what exactly the Mad Scientist Jeff has out there. But I remember seeing Disguised Dragon Lord, thinking that might be fun, but we'll see. Nothing's set in stone yet. Maybe even Hurt Mooring Doors, I think. I remember seeing that on one of those. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, there are quite a number of options, all very interesting. So you'll all have to pay attention to the old Discord to see, or just tune in next week and you can see what the flag choices will be. Got Zatrix finishing in 4th place there. GG to Zatrix, and Miplet likely to be shortly behind. Big old 20 there.
Where was the fighter's ring?
It was in the Sharlock.
It was in the laboratory.
I forget if it's Sharlock 4 or 5. The one where right before the U, I think it was in that chest in that room, but I'm not 100%. I think it was that one. No, it might have been on Sharlock 2. I don't remember, but it was somewhere in the Stair Shuffle dungeon in Sharlock.
Hopefully not the chest that I walked over 2 or 3 times.
I'm not sure. It might have been. GG to Miplet finishing likely in 4th or 5th place, excuse me.
GG to you, Miplet.
And there it is, official race time of 1:38:38. And thus concludes the on-stream racers. All of them played very well. It was really close for a long time. And then all four in Charlock at the same time, and three of you with a very strong chance of, taking it home. It's just that Dweem made it there first.
Yeah, I'm going to say GG's again to Dweem. Thank you, Camion, for always putting on the restream. Appreciate it. RG as well for hopping and tracking, and Hoodie for jumping in on comms. Hopefully you feel better, but I do have to get out. But yeah, thank you so much, and everyone in chat for watching along. So have a good night, everyone.
Yeah, take care, Artorias, and GG to you. GG to Dweem as well. Dweem, you got anything to add about the seed or anything you want to throw in?
No, Artorias pretty much, laid it all out there. GG to everybody. Camion, RG, thank you for the behind the scenes stuff. Hoodie, the voice of DWR, thank you so much. Get well soon. And I shall see you all next week. Peace out.
All right, and I'm not sure if we have a raid target at all or not, but that's going to conclude the DWR race portion of our broadcast tonight. So I think with that, I will say that you got four wonderful racers: Artorias308, Miplet2 on Twitch, just_Chris_, and the American Dweem. Give them all a nice follow. Give a big thanks to RG365 and Camion for doing the tracking, and also thank Camion for being your restreamer. I've been talking at you. My name's Hoodie Two Shoes. So from all of us, thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you come back, and take care.